It's day 3 of the BMW Motorrad International GS Tophy 2022 in Albania. And while the teams from around the globe stack their bags and fill their hydration packs for the day, behind the scenes, the support crews are also busy getting ready for the day ahead. The event organizer of the GS Tophy is Stefanie Grund, who for 2 years has planned every single aspect of this event.
First of all, we've got 3 trucks sitting back there. The one truck is carrying all the luggage, the one truck is carrying all the organizational material, and the other one is carrying all the spare tires and spare parts. And then on top, around about 30 cars on tour, and there are 16 of our partner Años. We have 50 participants here. And then in total we have 205 people on tour. So all of the rest is from our crew. We have doctors, paramedics on tour, together with a helicopter crew. Then we have our sports agency on tour. Then we do have our logistics people here on tour. They do the material logistics, and they also do all of the repair of the motorcycles.
More than 2,000 apples and bananas and around 10,000 litres of water will be consumed by the participants and crew during the GS Tophy. And it takes massive logistic organisation to keep on top of the daily demand.
How are you?
Very well. Busy.
You're ready for the picnic today?
Oh, we are more than ready.
It's a tough job, huh? 250 or 200 people to cater in the middle of nowhere.
Keep them all fed and watered.
Yeah, I can imagine. But I see you are really prepared for it. Looking forward to see you at lunch today.
Definitely.
Same here, definitely. We're looking forward to it.
Enjoy your day.
Will do.
See you.
Thanks.
See you later, Steffi. Thank you.
While the support crews work frantically behind the scenes, the participants warm up and prepare themselves for the start of another challenging and exciting day on their bikes.
I'm ready.
Ready to go?
Yeah, another good day, so can't wait for it.
What are you looking forward to today?
To have fun, new landscapes, new people. We are riding today with the girl from France, so it's gonna be great. And also we are riding with our Latam team also, so we are together, so it's great.
While some teams sharpen their skills and concentration, others are warming up their engines and nervously waiting for the flag to drop.
Good morning and welcome to day 3 of the BMW Motorrad International GS Tophy in Albania. We'll be leaving Lake Ohrid behind us and heading high up into the mountains.
The competitors have about 200 kilometers to go today, most of it being off-road. We're told there's going to be a deep water crossing. They've got 2 more special stages to do. It's going to be an exciting day.
Today, the GS Tophy riders are quick to hit the dirt as they face an early morning yet picturesque climb up the mountainside. Still overlooking Lake Ohrid, only 15 minutes after leaving the camp, the first special stage of the day is somewhat different to usual. The sporting director, Chris Zimmermann, is already there to greet them.
Here we are at the Advantech Challenge. At the Advantech Challenge, the oil can will be passed. They drive into the box, they get the oil can, and they need to pass it on rider by rider. And it sounds easy, but it's actually quite challenging.
Handing over a plastic oil bottle from one rider to another while atop a motorcycle might sound simple, but try doing this on a big adventure bike while the 3 of you ride in a confined area and under time pressure.
The oil is so slippery, it fell down, so fuck.
Using the gas and clutch as sensitively as possible, as well as balance and body coordination. These are the keys to successfully mastering this challenge. Some teams had a tactical master plan. Their riders went counterclockwise, thereby freeing up the clutch hand and scoring the most points.
Great, we worked very well together as a team, and we took it slow, steady, and we just did everything according to plan, and it worked out great. Yes!
Once the first special stage is completed, the GS Trophy participants continue their climb over the spectacular Albanian landscape. The GS 1250 can switch in an instant from power slides on the gravel trails to railing corners and gliding through the countryside on tarmac roads. It's a true testament to BMW's incredible on- and off-road expertise. The constantly changing terrain of Albania's mountainous backcountry takes its toll on the rider's energy. So it's time to grab a bite and get recharged for the afternoon ride.
A super nice, beautiful ride this morning. Was a little bit relaxing, nice, easy gravel roads down into the forest. From now on, everyone has to make sure not to lose much energy, to keep a little bit of energy left for the end of the day, because there is another special stage at the very end, right before we go to Farmasotira to the next camp.
After navigating dirt, gravel, tarmac and rocks on today's technical route, the riders now face a new challenge, a deep water crossing.
And just after lunch, the teams are faced with a steep and exhausting downhill with a refreshing water crossing at the bottom.
After the river crossing and a cooling bath, it's time for a climb up the mountainside while taking in some breathtaking views. But due to recent rains, the conditions quickly change, and the riders face the opposite of the dusty and rocky trails they've ridden so far. Wet and slippery mud. Once through the mud, the riders enjoy the rest of the climb. Awaiting the teams at the summit is a fantastic view of the surrounding landscape, which stretches all the way to the mountain ranges of Greece. After the participants have successfully overcome water, mud and challenging uphill climbs, the summit offers the perfect spot for a well-earned break. Revitalized, the riders jump back on their bikes, eager to head even deeper into the Albanian countryside and brighter weather conditions, all while enjoying the breathtaking beauty of the landscape. The remains of an old factory create the perfect setting for the second special stage of the day. A day packed with all the right ingredients for some incredible adventure bike riding.
No, this is a really amazing place. It overshot all my expectations by far. I never expected a place like this to look like this. It's something of everything.
A lot of rocks, a river crossing, a lot of mud. Look. Was a really good day.
It was awesome, dude. I can't believe how much fun. We hit so much mud, dropping the bikes. I can't believe the beating these things actually take. It was beyond epic.
It was a blast. Fantastic roads, and and in the afternoon with a steep uphill to the antenna place and a lot of mud and really beautiful scenery landscape, just perfect.
After a long and intense day of riding, the next special stage will require all the stamina, concentration and riding skills that the teams can muster, and might make a big difference to each team standing on the leaderboard.
We are here at the Liat special stage of the day. What we built up here is actually a beautiful enduro course. We took first the bunting tape, went around, built everything up. Well, made with the tape a real beautiful track for everybody. At the end there is a nice hole on the top, and then we ride down through them gravel and very tiny sections, tiny trails through this area until we head to the finish line over there. What we built in is actually a standard line and a line where you can gain bonus points. So for the strong riders, they can actually say, okay, I gain a couple of seconds by using the upper line.
So what we try to do here is to make a nice enduro loop for them. Of course, we try to take out the speed a little bit, trying with some corners, with some curves. And don't forget, you know, the guys had a really hard day already. They still have 15 minutes to go to the next camp, and this will be by far the toughest challenge so far.
This enduro loop quickly races the pulse. It includes a deep hole, a tight turn, and places where the riders, especially those with tired or shorter legs, can easily lose their balance and come off their bikes. Nevertheless, all the riders choose the more complicated upper line of 2 possible tracks, giving them the chance to win double points.
We are a little bit exhausted, as you can see just here, with my partner. And yes, it's the game because the stage is at the end of the day, so it's normally that we are exhausted and we just have to be the best, and it's not the way today.
While the last teams reach the campsite in Farma Sotira, the mechanics are already busy checking the incoming bikes for any damage to keep them in top condition and replace any damaged parts.
Diagnostic is on?
Yes, diagnostic is on. Computer is coming up. Failure on the rear suspension, but only in the Enduro Pro mode.
The biggest challenge for us is always for the participants look for the best spirit and the best service to do. And we are on the truck and we are driving on the bikes, and we have spare bikes for the participants. This is the biggest challenge for us, I think.
The Eco Camp in Farma Sotira provides a wonderful backdrop as the base camp for day 3. A relaxing evening completes what has been a tough day for all the participants. The new rankings on the leaderboard are revealed. In the men's category, the UK has swapped positions with Thailand to regain top spot once again, while Germany and South Africa also had a strong day and stay in the running for the trophy. The women's teams have moved even closer together on the scoreboard. Germany still leads, with South Africa and Mexico hot on their heels.
It was a really cold night tonight, so I took like 100 layers, but first warm coffee, please.
Camping at high altitude means a significant drop in temperature during the night, but a little early morning dancing soon gets the riders' blood flowing, and the participants are soon ready to start the day. For a huge event like the BMW GS Tophy, the safety of all participants, as well as staff and partners, is of the utmost importance. A team of medics accompanying the riders guarantees safety and fast medical attention.
Yeah, we are the medical team. We are a mixed team, 3 teams on the 4x4s, always a driver and the medic or doctor or a paramedic. We have 3 persons on the 4x4 ambulance, and we have 2 pilots in the helicopter, a HEMS crew member for using the winch, and the doctor in the helicopter. So we are really a big team now, but it's necessary for such a big event.
Before the participants head out on their Day 4 adventures, the riding gear is prepared and the marshals and teams gather to discuss the day's route, uniting as one in true riding passion.
Good morning and welcome to Day 4 of the BMW Motorrad International GS Trophy in Albania. Today we'll leave Farma Sotira for a 135-kilometer loop, with more than half of it being off-road. We'll start on-road, but we're told it's so poorly maintained that it's going to feel a little bit like off-road. Challenging, steep riding up the mountains, and at the top, we're going to negotiate tight technical forest trails, and then back down again to permit, to fuel up, and head back to camp.
And once the riders return to base camp, they're going to be faced with 3 special stages. They're going to have a timed relay trail, they're going to have a unique navigation challenge, and they're going to have a race, sort of. But before we talk about all that, we're going to cut to the action on the trail and see what the riders are up to out there.
Stunning scenery and endless breathtaking views await the riders on today's epic loop, with the upcoming trails taking them deep into the rural countryside and between the trees. It may be an idyllic setting, but these trails are tough. The terrain is rough, and the riders must use all their skills to navigate the climbs and downhill sections. And it's riding conditions like these that put the unique Boxer engine through its paces. It provides excellent power at low RPMs and helps the riders find the ultimate traction, even on the most uneven and difficult terrain. But if anyone needs more help getting up the hill, they can always count on their teammates. The true spirit of GS.
It's just quite nice that every day it's getting a little bit harder, yeah? On the trails.
Oh, good day!
And even though the morning rush hour threatens to hold things up, the rugged GS simply takes a shortcut, while the telelever suspension system soaks up all the bumps. Crossing the higher elevation mountain passes, the terrain can change in a split second, testing the abilities of machine and rider to the full, both on and off-road. After a tiring morning loop where the participants faced all kinds of riding challenges, it's back to base camp for a triple special stage competition. The participants find time to enjoy a brief moment to relax, stretch the muscles and re-energize, knowing more challenging stages lie ahead. While the teams were out riding the loop course, a group of marshals have been busy setting up and test riding the various special stages to create interesting and challenging tasks for the riders.
And now I'm here at the first special stage of the day, the Pharma Satira Trial Relay. The first team member must go through the creek, negotiate the woods, pop out, and do a high five to the second team member. Second team member, along through the trail, in between the ribbons and the cones, make a very tight turn through the parallel logs, high five the third team member, who must do the slalom through the cones, bring the bike over, load it on the trailer, and all 3 team members tie it down, safe to go.
3, 2, 1, go!
The Pharma Satira Trial Relay is a perfect mix of speed, precision and balance, as each rider has to complete a section of an extremely tight course, racing against the clock. It's designed to test the rider's skill, nerves and concentration to the max, and also demands excellent teamwork.
Perfect! Open up! Go in! Into the end, get back! Go! Go! Yeah. In Germany!
During this special stage, the bike being safely secured to the trailer is just as important as the riding.
Yeah, it's quite tricky that. I made a few mistakes, had to have a couple of dabs, so yeah, it's nice and tight up in that top corner. Yes, it's a good test, that one, real good test.
And while the first special challenge was upstaged by the local farm life, it's now time for the participants to get off their motorbikes, because the navigation challenge is going to be on foot.
Hi, we're at the second special stage for today, and there's a load of motorcycles over here, but they're parked. The competitors are now getting instructions for the navigation challenge.
I have a GPS device, which I hand over to the team which is in action. And once you get the GPS device, the time is running. The navigation waypoint challenge is a place where a second GPS is on the floor. And you transfer the waypoint from the device over there to this one. And then you come back as quick as possible. If the team is here in the tent, I take the time and we check for the waypoint if it's the correct waypoint. Okay, Team Thailand, you're ready for the navigation challenge?
Ready!
So you get the GPS device, okay, and go.
Hey,
Just because you're not on your motorbike doesn't make it any less exhausting. And being too impatient or working without your team might leave you running around in circles. All this dashing around is enough to get the pulse racing. But now the team members must quickly take it down a notch, because next up is the Albanian slow race.
Go, 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 go!
Now we're at the third special stage of the day. And John, it's a race?
It's actually kind of an anti-race. Most races are based on time, and this one is based on time as well, but it's the slowest time.
Going slowly might not sound that difficult or exciting, but try balancing a big motorcycle with your legs, keeping your momentum with a delicate balance of engine power and speed, while adjusting the perfect mix of gas, clutch, and brakes, and you'll instantly get an idea how easy it is to make a mistake.
Massive mistake, put my foot down, so yeah, and end of my time from there. Just one of those things, bit of pressure got to me, so yeah. Not too bad, I think we've had a good day today anyway, so yeah, all good fun.
I think we have to play safe also, because it's better to do it faster, as slowly faster, than slow, and make a border or make a mistake. So sometimes it's better to play it safe than make a mistake.
Yeah, it could have been better, but yeah, we're getting there one step at a time.
After a demanding loop in the mountains this morning and a tricky triple stage in the afternoon, the riders can now spend the evening enjoying some local festivities on the farm while the new leaderboard rankings are calculated. In the men's category, the UK is still hanging on to a slender lead. South Africa is closing the gap, while Germany and Thailand are still in contention. Among the women, Team Germany stays in the top spot, with Mexico and South Africa hot on their heels. Everything is still to play for as the GS Trophy now enters the latter stages, and more nail-biting action is just around the corner.